Welcome back to Love and Junk. I'm Laura.
I'm John.
And today, I always say we have a really exciting episode for you. This time I really mean it.
We bought a new car.
Yay!
So technically it's not a new car, but it's new to us.
And it's pretty new. I mean, 4,000 miles on it is
that's
all.
pretty decent.
Yeah.
And it still has new car smell.
It does.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, right? The whole world's been through a lot. We've been through a lot. If you've never heard our whining story of when we moved, it's in several of our videos. But we moved from out of the area back to home a couple of years ago. We had lots of issues with our rental and then finding a house and getting moved, and it was a whole thing. Then we got married, and so we did all of that stuff ourselves. It was during 2020. We shopped for everything. We made everything. We did our own wedding cake. We did all of that. So lots of life and we've needed this car this whole time, almost this whole time.
Yeah.
We got rid of our other one a while back. And so we've just been using one vehicle, which didn't matter so much during 2020 because John was working from home.
And we weren't really going anywhere.
Right. So it wasn't as pressing till lately. And I still don't know that it's pressing, but the truck,
Definitely a gas guzzler.
Yeah. And it's a big vehicle. And we don't always want, just to go to the grocery store or John just to go to work. It was nice to have. And if the truck ever needed service, that was our one and only car. So
yeah.
Our only vehicle. So we definitely needed something. And we've had this idea for, I would say, maybe since the wedding, it's come to the forefront a little bit more. We've concentrated on it a little bit more, started talking about what we wanted. And I don't know that it was clear what we wanted. We either wanted a small SUV or a car, a smaller car. Yeah,
and so I'm kind of, Laura is a car girl. And but I'm like, I guess the car shopper. I look online, I look a lot, I look at, at least I did, when we were in the market. So, I was looking and I found this car dealership near us had several of these Chevy Volts. And I was really leaning towards a hybrid or an electric car. But they're all so expensive.
Extremely expensive. Yeah. Like starting around $40,000 and up expensive. And we're not going to maybe talk about price so much, but that was out of our price range.
Yeah. And, would we love a Tesla or something? Sure. It's got all those bells and whistles and, it's cool. And
you can whistle and it comes to you and all that stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, the Chevy Volt seemed really cool. It is a plug-in hybrid, and it will use the electric before it uses the gas. It doesn't have a huge electric range, like all electric range, but for like driving around town, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we love it. So here's the thing. A lot of them looked okay. There were certain models that I liked and certain models that I didn't like. This car I liked in certain colors. I'm kind of that way with all cars. That car looks good in white, that car doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This car had a different trim package that I also liked. It made it look a little bit sportier. Now, because it has all the tech in it with, the electric engine and everything, it does not have all of the bells and whistles. It's not a loaded vehicle, which is kind of what we were looking for originally, but it still looks sporty and it feels sporty, which is most important.
Yeah, and I guess the biggest selling point for me was when we test drove it. It drove so smooth and the steering was great. So, that's great.
It's very similar to the car that we had before it, as far as size goes. And everything. The other thing is a lot of hybrids are hatchbacks, and that's not what I am drawn to. I can't tell you. I mean, why do you like what you like? You know,
Right.
I don't know. It's just one of those things that's not my favorite. I do like it on some vehicles. This car is a hatchback, but it doesn't look like
No,
it.
it doesn't. It looks like a sedan. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, as Laura mentioned, it doesn't necessarily have all the bells and whistles, but, you know, reliability, economy
Right.
is...
Safety.
Safety are the things that we really looked for. But once we drove it, I'm telling you, I really, really liked it.
And I didn't even drive it. I could just tell by how it felt being a passenger. I wouldn't want to have to be in the back seat. It's tiny back there.
Oh, yeah, that is another
But we are empty
thing.
nesters, so we didn't really have to consider that a whole lot. If we go somewhere and we had to take somebody with us, or let's say we were taking your dad somewhere, he most often meets us, or we could drive his car, or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just not that much of an issue, but if you had a family or whatever, that, you know, that could be an issue. So.
Yeah, it's definitely a commuter car, you know.
Yeah.
I do like that it's the plug-in hybrid, you know, instead of like most Priuses are not plug-in. There are
Right.
certain ones that are, but I do like that you can plug it in and charge it. It has a charger that we can use at home. It takes longer though. I like that near my work there is a public charger that is free, so I can go and park there and just plug it in.
Yeah. I mean, I read a statistic that said that Volt owners on average fill up their tank after 1,100 miles on the vehicle. That's how often.
Which is insane.
Yeah, because, I mean, think about it though. If you're plugging in your vehicle every night, every couple of nights, whatever, and you're using it for back and forth to work, to the grocery store, whatever, the only time we're going to need to put gas in it is when we go to Chicago or whatever.
Because if we're going to Chicago, we're going to take that car and not the truck. Because,
Right.
you know, if we're driving around downtown, that truck is...
We've done that. And,
Yeah,
and then,
it's
you know
not
what
fun.
we did? We parked it, we let it sit in a parking ramp, and we Ubered everywhere.
Yeah.
Because it was
Yeah.
such a pain to drive it around. So, anyway, I'm really happy that we did it. Thank you for all of your support out there. You know, you help make things like that happen. We certainly, let's not get it twisted. We certainly did not buy this car with YouTube money. But every little bit helps, right?
Sure.
Every little
Absolutely.
bit does help. So thank you for your support. Let us know if you have any questions about, I mean, this is our first time owning an electric car or hybrid. And so
Yeah.
I would love to know if you own one, maybe what you have, or if you have any tips or tricks or that kind of thing. We're still getting used to it. It's 1 week at this
1
point.
week. And this is the first Chevy that I've ever had.
Me too. So
Yeah.
here's hoping.
Keep our fingers crossed. I think it's cool that you do have different modes. So you have a sport mode, there's a mountain mode, there's a hold mode where you're not using the electric, you're using the engine. But this car for, you know, it's not really I guess it's compact.
Yeah.
It's a smaller car. It's fast.
What were you tell them the part about the brake, like how that works.
So
Because I could never explain this.
when you use your, you know, brake to stop, it uses some of that energy and puts it back into the battery. So it's like regenerative on the battery. But on the steering wheel, there is a button that you can
Like a
pull.
paddle
Yeah,
behind.
paddle. And it's not a paddle shifter. You can use that to brake, like as a regenerative braking override. And it will brake and put all of that energy into the battery. So while it does that when you brake, my understanding is that it does it more.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting. He's tried to explain it to me a million times, and I just said,
yeah.
just you tell me what to do, and I'll do it. So for me, I think this will be a shared vehicle. John keeps saying it's my car. What he means is I have something so that I'm not trapped here if he has the only vehicle. But I think most of the time he'll take it. But every once in a while, if we decide I'm going to go to the store, go to lunch or whatever, you know, we'll leave it for me. The thing that's going to take a long time, maybe forever for me to get used to, and maybe I'll never get used to it, is I can never tell if the car is on.
Oh, yeah.
I can never tell if it's on.
So quiet. I mean, if you hit the button to turn it on, the motor doesn't come on. It just kind of lights up. And when you put it in reverse on the driveway, it kind of just feels like you're rolling backwards.
It feels like it's in neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy quiet. I mean, that's good.
But the thing about the hybrids, or that are powered by electric motors, there is no delay. Like if you put your foot down on the gas on the gas pedal in a gas engine, it's gonna take just a split second.
There's a hesitation.
There's a hesitation. But this one, you put the foot down and it moves.
It feels like, we were talking about this yesterday, it feels like driving a golf cart, kind of, is the best way to describe it. You know how once you put your foot on a golf cart, it kind of lunges? It doesn't lunge in that same way, but you got to be, you can't mess around. You got to be, there has to be nothing in front of you, because when you step on the gas, it goes.
It sure does.
So we like it so far. I'm happy that we got it, and congratulations. It's because of your hard work.
Congratulations. It's because of your hard work.
Thank you.
Now, because we can't charge it at home using the home charger with an extension cord, time to clean out the garage.
We've been working on it. So remember how I talked about that whole moving thing? The other thing we love to do, and we're going to show you some more of this, but we love to redo furniture in our spare time. And because we haven't had a whole lot of spare time, we haven't redone a whole lot of furniture.
No.
But guess what we do have? A whole lot of furniture to redo.
In the garage.
Yeah. So we almost have it situated where we can park it in the garage, and that'll be exciting, and that'll be better because ever since we've been in this house, this is our third winter going on.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we have parked outside, which it's safer to park in the garage anyway. So glad to have that taken care of.
Yep.
Anyway, if you're not following us on social media, please come find us. If you are, you've probably already seen a picture of our car. We have to name it.
We do.
So down in the comments, let us know. I was trying to think of, so the last car looked very similar to this. It was a Dodge Dart, very small, sleek kind of, vehicle. I named it Bullet because it was silver and little. So this,
and she drove it fast
like a bullet. So looking at this car, let us know what you think its name should be. I've thought about something like, something gray or silver and little, like Bolt, but that's another car name. Or I've also thought it kind of looks like a distinguished gentleman's name.
A distinguished gentleman.
Yeah, it kind of does. It kind of feels like I don't know. You let us know in the comments what you think it looks like.
Only thing that came to my mind, because it's electric, is Sparky.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or Megatron.
If you have a good name suggestion, let us know in the comments. Make sure to come find us on our game channel, Love Junking Games, if you're into that sort of thing. Now, if you love getting a new vehicle, which we do, and that doesn't happen that much in life, right?
No.
New to us vehicle.
Indeed.
Or what else? How about hybrid vehicles, or the fact that we are there with technology?
Yeah. How about saving money and saving the environment?
And saving money, gas, and the environment. That's all good things,
It all gives a thumbs up, right?
Or us, or the video. Give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps our channel when you do that. That's all we have for today.
That's it, guys.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.